more excited than I expected him to. Cool.
In the bedroom, she was already laid there butt naked like I told her she should have been. Went out on the porch, smoked a bag of meth. Then I smoked a little crack after that. Got in. She said, "You smell fun." I was like, "Bitch, that's just my BO."
So, if you don't know, if you haven't watched my videos, I haul trash. I have a Kenworth W900 here, and I pull a 48-foot tipper trailer. It's an aluminum trailer. It goes up on a tipper, and the trash literally just falls right out the back door. Like, it goes straight up, trash falls out. I go to a transfer station, which is where like little, like the smaller garbage trucks, like the ones that go to your house, the ones that pick up dumpsters, the ones that go to your house, they're called packers. The ones that pick up dumpsters and stuff you see at businesses, or you rent them, like if you're cleaning out your house or whatever, those trucks are called roll-offs. Anyway, those are the trucks that go to the transfer stations. And the reason those transfer stations exist is to make it quicker for them to dump and not have to drive all the way to a landfill to get rid of to dump their trash. So they bring it to something called the transfer station because it's transferring from them to guys like us with a tractor trailer that brings it from the transfer station to the landfill. That's just like a little rundown about like what I do, pretty much. So the transfer station that I go to, there were, I think maybe like 7 of us going there. And then they started making the transition to rail boxes, which are, they pretty much look like a seat container almost, or maybe more so of like a big dumpster, like a really big dumpster that sits on top of a lowboy, and then the truck brings them to the rail, and then a train takes them to a landfill out in Ohio, and it's a lot cheaper than hiring guys like us to bring it to the landfill. So the transfer station that I'm going to, this was maybe like a year ago, they were starting to make the transition to having only rail boxes go in there and to get rid of us. I was one of the ones that got let go for whatever reason, because I was there longer than most of the other guys. Me and, I don't know, 2 or 3 other guys. We were told to get lost. And me and one of the other ones, which is my friend, he was also there longer than a lot of the other guys that were able to stay. I don't really get it, but it is what it is. I started to haul demo at a transfer station that only did demo out in New Jersey. That got really slow. This company at the transfer station that I got let go of, it was pretty good timing. They said, we need you back. Can you come back? We're getting rid of the rail boxes at that transfer station. They have other transfer stations that do rail boxes. It wasn't working out at the one that I was going to. So they were getting rid of the rail boxes. They brought me back. Now, the trash business can be a very dirty business. Like literally and figuratively, okay? The people that do this, most of them, not all of them, will literally stab you in the back for a load of trash. So it's pretty much like, fuck you, me, I want it all. Pretty much. All right. So the guys that are there right now with me, like things are going pretty smooth. Everyone's behaving. It's like we're little kids. Everyone's behaving. So everyone's getting along. Everyone's playing fair. We're all behaving. I'm not trying to say this to make myself like look better or anything, but I literally always tried to play fair because I don't like being fucked over. So I'm not gonna fuck anyone else over. Oh, you want to hear how messed up some of these guys are that do this trash shit? A while ago, like when I first started doing this, maybe like a little after I started doing this, so maybe like 8-9 years ago, there were trucks that would load out of Brooklyn. And it was like the situation where there were too many trucks and a lot of guys were like waiting around, like waiting for hours to get loaded. Those guys lived in the city, so they would like park their trucks like on the streets, like on side streets and stuff, by the transfer stations. And there was someone going around and lighting the trucks on fire. So someone got to that point where they were like desperate enough to, because like I guess they weren't getting enough loads and waiting too long. This happened on like 3 or 4 separate occasions, and I don't know if the guy ever got caught. He was going down in the middle of the night and lighting trucks on fire. That's how fucked up this business is, and that's how some of these people are. They're really fucked up. I've heard of people throwing rocks in people's fuel tanks, like pebbles, like little pebbles, throwing a bunch of it in people's fuel tanks. Like, could you imagine getting to the point where you were fucking going around lighting multiple trucks on fire? It's just a really messed up business. And almost every single one of these guys, they drive like maniacs, like those Mascaro guys. Like I used to see a bunch of them flipped over. One of them flipped over going into the landfill. Turning into the landfill, they flipped the truck over. I actually had a surveillance video of that. I wish I still had that. Oh, and honestly, you're not going to see the cleanest guys doing this either. I forgot about this one. The place where I go to load right now, there was a guy. He used to go into the bathroom and take a shower in the sink. And like he used to be. All right, thanks, Trashy. I appreciate it. Like he was filthy. So he would take a shower in the sink and he would leave a mess of like dirt, like mud all over the floor, on the walls. There were like mud handprints on the walls. Just literally like mud splattered everywhere. Like it was so bad, and he was doing it so often, leaving such a mess in there. They started locking the bathroom and you had to use a key to get in. They got sick of cleaning it up. So they would always just leave it locked so he couldn't go in there at the end of the day and take a shower in the sink. There was one guy, he doesn't do this anymore, but he was a real slob. I think he lived up in Connecticut. But anyway, he would come here to the landfill, and we'd be sitting out here waiting for the landfill to open. He would get here at like 11 o'clock at night, midnight. At that time, you could come here whenever you wanted, pretty much. Early, like in the middle of the night and stuff. And just sit here and wait, so you're first in line or whatever. I don't really think that's worth it, but people have done it and they still do it now. But I think you have to wait until 2 o'clock in the morning now to do it. So he used to be sitting in the front of the line. He would get out of his truck in his underwear. He would have a vest on, like this, just like one of these vests. He would get out in his underwear and the vest, and he would take a shit on the side of his truck. So when the line started moving up, and you would get past where he was sitting, you would see a big pile of shit just sitting on the ground. He would also just throw his trash right out the window. Like if you were behind him, you would see it. You would see his window open or his door open, whatever he decided to do, and you would just see trash bags just getting thrown right out of the truck onto the ground. So when you got up to where he was sitting, you would see a big pile of shit and trash all over the place. This is another thing that happened a long time ago. There's lights in the parking lot now, down like where we sit, before, like while we're waiting for this place to open. So there used to not be lights down there. And one of the drivers for this guy I knew, he owned a few trucks. He was walking up to the scale to give his paperwork in, and he got hit by a fucking truck. Oh, and he really didn't get hurt, by the way. He just got knocked over. I'm not gonna tell a story about someone getting like really hurt or whatever, but he got hit by the truck and he just got knocked over. So yeah, hauling trash is definitely very interesting. And you see a lot of messed up stuff. But it's okay for the most part. It's consistent. Like, I don't think trash is gonna go away. And it's local. That's why I like it, and that's why I keep doing it, because I want something local. I don't really want to go out over the road. I don't think, although I've never tried it. I feel like I'm getting burnt out a little bit, to be honest. A lot of long days. Sometimes I go into like a little bit of a slump with this job. Sometimes like I'll be like motivated as hell, like I'll enjoy driving the truck, like I don't mind being out here, but when you're working like 16 hours a day, and then like adding some of the days you're adding on like another hour or two like working on shit. Because I'll park the truck, I'll open the hood, and then I'll notice something, or I'll walk around the truck and I'll see a flat tire, and I'm like, oh fuck, man, now I gotta go take care of this shit. So when you're working like 14 to 16 hours every single day, so that's like 5 days straight, like without a doubt, 14 to 16 hours Monday through Friday, and then you're working Saturday, probably maybe
we got Jersey Wall out here past the yellow line.
Maybe like 8 hours.
We're all clear back here.
And then there's the days where you find shit wrong, and then you got to fix something or whatever, but you're adding on more hours to your day. And then Sundays, I go down and I take care of other shit, like cleaning the truck. I'll clean the truck on Sundays. Like I'll wash it, wax it, I'll clean in here, I'll shampoo the floors, and you know, I'll just do shit like that. And then I'll grease the truck, I'll adjust the brakes, change fuel filters if I need to. So like Sundays are supposed to be a day off, but they're not really a day off because I'm still going down to the truck for like 3 to 4 hours pretty much. And I like to do it early. Like I like going out at like, ideally I would like to leave my house at like 5:30 in the morning to go do this shit so I could still like have my day off. This construction zone, every time I'm over here someone comes over at me. But yeah, that normally doesn't happen. I'm a morning person, but I have a hard time waking up, if that makes sense. Like if I could get up, I love it. Like that, like those early hours that's like the best like day for me. When it's Sunday and like 12 o'clock comes around, like noon, I'm like, man, fucking day's shot now at this point. I don't want to do anything. I like on Sundays, Saturdays, if I'm not working, which is very, very rare. But I just love those like early morning hours on the weekends. Especially to do stuff like this. So like if I can realistically, like if I wake up at like 5:30 in the morning, which a lot of the times doesn't happen, it's usually like 6, maybe 6:30, and I get up, I walk the dogs. Usually I'm at the truck by 6:30. And if I could get done by like 9:30, that I consider that a win, but a lot of the times that doesn't happen. That's why I try to go earlier. Like if I could be done and like going home at 8 in the morning on a Sunday, that would be great. Like that's what I really want. But like I said, I have a hard time waking up in the morning. But yeah, that's a little bit about what I do and what this trash thing is all about, and some of the stories that some of the things that I've seen. A lot of messed up things, and I'm sure I'm forgetting a bunch of things. But when I remember it, that'll be something for another video. But for now, I think we're going to end it here. And we'll see you on the next one. I love you. Bye.